In the dazzling heart of Manhattan, where crystal light dances across marble floors and the gentle strains of a violin weave through elegant laughter, an inspiring story waits to unfold. It is the journey of Anna Lynn, a young woman whose eyes shimmer with resilience yet betray a trace of weary exhaustion, working as a silent silhouette in the Ivory, the city's most opulent restaurant. Her warm smile softens every gaze, but beneath that graceful exterior lies the weight of a burdened life, caring for her frail grandmother and her sister, locked in a battle against a cruel illness. While the elite raise glasses of champagne, Anna quietly shoulders a mountain of medical bills. Yet, deep within her heart burns a sparkling secret, a musical talent once radiant, now buried beneath the ashes of bitter loss. On one fateful night in a tech millionaire's mansion, a piano called her name. A harsh challenge, an unexpected performance, and a door swung open, leading Anna back to her dreams, her love, and her true self. Are you ready to discover this story? Hit that like button, drop a comment, and share to spread the inspiration. In the opulent ambiance of the Ivory, Manhattan's most luxurious restaurant, light from crystal chandeliers dances across marble floors, mingling with the gentle strains of a violin that fill the air. At the heart of this extravagance, Anna Lynn glides through rows of tables draped in white silk, her graceful hands carrying delicate plates of cuisine like a ballet dancer on a grand stage. Her glossy black hair is neatly pinned, her black uniform accentuating her slender frame, but her eyes betray a flicker of exhaustion, the mark of a second shift in a single day. Yet despite the weariness within, Anna's soft smile is like a warm breeze, captivating every guest who catches her gaze, drawn to a charm she never seeks to flaunt. She attends to every detail with precision. A glass of wine poured at the perfect angle, a response to a guest's request delivered in a voice both gentle and sharp. Anna's professionalism paints a flawless picture, but behind this masterpiece lies a heavy heart, burdened with struggles unseen by anyone in this lavish room. In a quiet corner of this world of splendor, Anna wages silent battles. At home, her beloved grandmother grapples with the frailties of old age, her weakened body demanding constant care. Her younger sister, Lily, a girl with a radiant smile yet chained by a chronic illness, requires costly treatments to cling to life. Every tip that falls into Anna's hands, every extended hour of work, is a small brick in the wall she builds to shield her family from collapse. She doesn't work for passion, but for love. Love for those she holds dear, for whom she is the sole pillar of strength. Yet, within her weary eyes, amidst the shadows of fatigue, a spark of hope glimmers, as if a long-buried dream still waits, quietly, for its moment to awaken. At table 12, where the glow of chandeliers highlights expensive suits and luxurious silk gowns, James Carver, a notorious tech millionaire, hosts a group of investors with an air of commanding authority. With a fortune built on groundbreaking trading software, Carver embodies success, but is a looming dread for any server at the Ivory. He's the kind of guest who quickens heartbeats with tension. A perfectly cooked steak sent back for being underdone. A bottle of wine, kept at precise temperature, criticized as too warm. Anna is accustomed to his volatile temperament, but each approach to his table brings the chill of his icy stare, as if she were merely a fixture in the opulent scene he dominates. Tonight, Carver is particularly harsh, his gaze sharp as a blade as he scrutinizes her every move. As she leans to pour wine, her skilled hands steadying the bottle of red that glints under the light, Carver abruptly delivers a biting remark, his tone as cold as ice. His words cut through the air, sharp and deliberate, prompting awkward chuckles from the surrounding guests, their smiles masking discomfort. Anna feels the weight of every eye upon her, but she holds her smile, a perfect mask concealing a heart pounding with restrained emotion. Within her, a storm of feelings swirls, humiliation, pressure, and a suppressed pride. Yet she betrays no crack in her composure. She continues her work, her steps light but resolute, each movement a silent declaration of her inner strength. The room remains radiant, the laughter of the elite ringing out like discordant notes against Anna's world. As she weaves between tables, her gaze briefly catches the grand piano tucked in the corner of the dining room, its glossy black surface gleaming under the lights. A fleeting memory brushes her mind, days when her hands danced across keys, transforming melodies into stories of the heart. But she swiftly quashes the thought. Music, for Anna, is now a luxury, buried beneath the weight of reality. She doesn't know that, in just a few days, that piano will call her name, and an unexpected moment will shake her world to its core. To those watching this story unfold, Anna's life begins to pull them in. They see in her a familiar figure, a young soul bearing grand dreams, forced by life to set them aside. They feel the aching contrast between the ivory's grandeur and Anna's quiet struggles. Each step she takes, each smile she offers in the face of Carver's cruelty, is a testament to the power of patience and love. But the story doesn't end here. A greater challenge awaits Anna, an opportunity cloaked in danger, and a secret from her past is poised to erupt, changing everything. In the dim glow of the ivory, as the laughter of the elite fades into the air and the white silk-draped tables hold only a scattering of guests, Anna Lynn stands quietly in a corner, her gaze unintentionally drifting to the grand piano cloaked in a thin veil of dust. Its glossy black surface shimmers under the chandelier's light, whispering memories of a past life, summoning an Anna who once dreamed of conquering renowned concert halls. Her life now is a tapestry of silent sacrifices. Each step in her server's uniform a stark reminder of what she relinquished to keep her family from shattering. Yet behind the gentle smile she offers patrons lies a heart-rending story and a buried musical talent, waiting for its moment to awaken. 10 years ago, Anna was a rising star at Juilliard, where seasoned instructors hailed her talent as a rare gift from above. Her delicate fingers, though young, danced across the keys with astonishing finesse, transforming Chopin's sonatas into rivers of emotion and Debussy's melodies into radiant paintings of light. She played not just with technique, but with her heart, as if each note were a fragment of her soul. Her parents, immigrants from a distant land, poured their lives into nurturing her dream. Her father, a mechanic with calloused hands, always carried a homemade sandwich to share with Anna during long drives into the city. Her mother, a cleaner with a warm smile, captured every performance on an old camcorder, as if to preserve forever her journey to Carnegie Hall. They had little wealth, but their love and faith in Anna were boundless, turning hardship into sparkling memories. But fate has a way of shattering the most beautiful dreams. On a rainy October night, as Anna practiced late at Juilliard for a crucial competition, a phone call changed everything. Her parents' car skidded on a slick highway and they never came home. At 16, Anna stood stunned at the crossroads of youth and duty. Her sister Lily, only 8, carried a chronic illness requiring costly treatments. Their frail grandmother, with a heart full of love but a body drained of strength, became the sisters' sole emotional anchor. Juilliard, with its radiant practice rooms and promising recitals, became a luxury Anna could no longer afford. With a broken heart, she withdrew her application, tucked her piano into a corner of her memory, and stepped into the world of long shifts at the Ivory, where opulent lights hid the tears she swallowed. Each night, as the restaurant empties and the violin's notes fade, Anna lingers for a moment, her eyes quietly fixed on the piano in the dining room's corner. It is more than an instrument. It is a portal to days gone by. Afternoons when her mother hummed along to her playing, weekend evenings when her father watched her practice, his proud smile lighting up his eyes. The piano recalls her performances at local competitions, where audiences rose in applause and teachers whispered of a brilliant future. But Anna quickly stifles these memories, as if they were flames that could consume the resilient shell she has built. Music, to her, is now a luxury, a gift she no longer has the right to touch. She fears that dwelling on the past would break her heart under the weight of what she lost. Yet despite her efforts to bury her past, Anna's hands bear the marks of an artist. In rare moments, as she carries a tray of drinks or polishes a glass, her fingers move unconsciously, as if tracing invisible keys. It is muscle memory, a language her body cannot forget, though her mind tries to lock it away. The faint calluses on her fingertips, hidden beneath neatly trimmed nails, are silent proof of thousands of hours at the keyboard, of a girl who once dreamed of standing on grand stages. But now, those hands only serve, pour wine, and clutch tips, lifelines that pay for Lily's medicine and food for her grandmother. Those listening to this story begin to feel a deep empathy for Anna. They see in her a reflection of themselves or loved ones, people who stood at life's crossroads, forced to choose between dreams and duty. Anna's sacrifices are quiet, unnoticed, yet they shine through her small actions. Every shift she completes, every smile she maintains against harsh patrons, every night she returns to a cramped apartment to care for her grandmother and Lily, she embodies resilience, a love for family that triumphs over all trials. But Anna's story is not just about loss. It is also about faint glimmers of hope, moments when her buried talent stirs, seeking a way to rise. The piano in the Ivory's dining room, overlooked by busy guests, seems to wait for Anna. It stands silent yet magnetic, a call from fate. Anna doesn't know that in just days, an unexpected opportunity will arrive, bringing both danger and light. A harsh challenge, a pivotal moment, and a secret from her past will erupt, opening a door to rediscover herself. Listeners feel the story's pulse quickening, their hearts tightening with empathy, but also thrilling with anticipation for something greater on the horizon. Under the twinkling lights of the Ivory, amid the clinking of red wine glasses and the sophisticated laughter, Anna Lynn quietly carries out her duties, her graceful hands wielding a tray like a dancer on a grand stage. But an unexpected moment shakes her world to its core. As she pours wine at the table of James Carver, the infamous tech millionaire, his piercing gaze locks onto her, not with the usual disdain, but with an enigmatic curiosity. He pauses, his wine glass tilting slightly in his hand, then delivers a proposition that leaves Anna stunned. To serve at a charity gala at his mansion. The sum he offers is a beacon in her darkness, triple her nightly earnings, enough to cover her sister Lily's next treatment and her grandmother's medications. For a fleeting moment, Anna's heart races, hope mingling with apprehension. She knows Carver is no easy employer. His notorious temperament makes all of Manhattan wary. Yet this opportunity is too immense, a lifeline in the financial storm threatening to drown her family. Though a faint voice within warns of danger, Anna nods in acceptance, her steps edging toward a gamble with an unknown outcome. A week passes swiftly, and the night of the gala arrives like a chilly autumn gust. Anna stands before Carver's mansion, a magnificent structure of glass and stone, soaring as if to touch Manhattan's sky. Dazzling crystal chandeliers cast rainbow light across marble floors, and priceless artworks adorn the walls, whispering tales of wealth and power. Anna tugs her black server's coat tighter, not just against the crisp air, but to quell the anxiety gripping her heart. Other servers, hired from elite restaurants citywide, move with caution, their eyes a mix of awe and tension. The manager, a stern woman with silver-streaked hair, warns them that Carver's guests are Manhattan's high society. A single misstep could ruin their reputations. Anna is assigned to the main parlor, the gala's epicenter, where every move she makes will be under scrutiny. Stepping into the room, Anna nearly holds her breath at the sheer opulence. Chandeliers glow like constellations, the floor gleams with each reflected step, and guests in resplendent gowns and tailored tuxedos glide like figures in a classic painting. But what sets her heart pounding isn't the wealth around her. It's a Steinway Model D piano standing proudly in the parlor's corner. Its glossy black surface shimmers under the lights, a siren call from her past. It's the same model she played at Juilliard, where she once dreamed of grand stages and roaring applause. For a moment, Anna forgets the champagne tray in her hands, her eyes drawn to the ivory keys as if they're whispering her name. But Carver's cold voice snaps her back to reality. He appears in an exquisite tuxedo, a glass of scotch swirling in his hand, his sharp gaze catching hers. "Don't dream," he says, his tone laced with mockery and amusement. "That's a $500,000 piece, not for just anyone to touch." Anna lowers her eyes, her heart stinging, but she swiftly resumes her work, her steps light, yet resolute. The gala begins with the familiar rhythm of extravagance. Anna weaves through the crowd, serving champagne and hors d'oeuvre with an artist's precision. She overhears snippets of conversations about stocks, yachts, and European retreats, a world far removed from her tiny apartment, where she and her grandmother take turns sleeping on the sofa to give Lily a room. Everything flows smoothly until a phone call shifts the atmosphere. Carver, standing near the piano, takes the call, his face darkening. His voice rises in anger, sharp words slicing through the air. The hired pianist has canceled at the last minute, leaving a void Carver cannot tolerate. He ends the call with a forceful slam, his glass trembling in his hand. The crowd begins to notice the absence of music, conversations faltering, the air growing heavy like a symphony cut short. In his fury, Carver's gaze sweeps the room and lands on Anna. She stands with her champagne tray, the lights casting a halo on her glossy black hair. But there's no warmth in his eyes. With a cruel smile, he points directly at her, his voice booming like a verdict. He mocks her lingering glance at the piano, challenging her to step up and play, as if she could do more than serve drinks. The room falls silent, dozens of eyes turning to Anna, some curious, others embarrassed on her behalf. The champagne glasses on her tray quiver slightly, reflecting light like glistening tears. Carver's smile is sharp as a blade, turning Anna into a pawn in his theater of wealth and power. In that moment, Anna stands at the edge of endurance and pride. She's accustomed to bowing to unreasonable demands, swallowing humiliation to keep her job. But the piano behind her, with its gleaming ivory keys, seems to call to her, stirring a part of her she buried long ago. Her heart pounds, not just with fear, but with a faint spark of hope. This could be her chance to confront Carver, herself, and the past she's tried to forget. But what is the cost of accepting this challenge? A failed performance would make her a laughingstock among the elite, yet refusing might mean missing the opportunity to prove her worth. In the resplendent parlor of Carver's mansion, beneath the shimmering glow of crystal chandeliers, Anna Lynn stands before the Steinway Model D piano, her heart pounding as if it might burst. The piano, with its glossy black surface and gleaming ivory keys, seems to whisper to her, awakening a part of her soul she buried long ago. The crowd around her, elite guests in dazzling gowns and tailored tuxedos, murmurs among themselves, their eyes a mix of curiosity and mockery, anticipating a failure to jeer at. James Carver, the tech millionaire with a cruel smile, stands with arms crossed, his icy gaze a silent challenge. But as Anna places her trembling hands on the keys, every sound in the room seems to dissolve, and a fateful moment begins, poised to shake the world of both her and those watching. Memories flood back like a tidal wave, sweeping Anna to the radiant days of her childhood. She recalls her first lessons with her mother, her tiny fingers gliding over the keys of an old piano in their living room, playing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star atop a stack of books to reach the keys. She remembers local competitions, where audiences rose in applause and her mother beamed from the crowd. The acceptance letter from Juilliard, with its elegant script, was once her golden ticket to a grand dream. But then, the memory of that fateful rainy night crashes in, when her grandmother's call delivered the news that her parents were gone forever in a tragic accident. At 16, Anna had to abandon Juilliard, set aside her piano, and become her family's pillar, caring for her sister Lily and their frail grandmother. Those memories, both sweet and agonizing, swirl deep in her heart, yet they also ignite a spark of pride she thought had long faded. Anna takes a deep breath, her hands resting lightly on the keys, feeling the cool touch of ivory beneath her fingertips. She chooses Chopin's Nocturne No. 20, her mother's favorite, a lullaby that once ushered her into childhood dreams. The first notes ring out, soft as raindrops on a window, each sound a whisper of days gone by. The crowd, initially buzzing with whispers, falls silent. The clink of champagne glasses ceases, and the air grows so still you could hear Anna's heartbeat. Her fingers, untouched by keys for a decade, begin to glide with the confidence of a true artist. The melody swells, fierce as rising waves, carrying the pain of her losses, the hope she buried, and the boundless love she holds for her family. Each note is a piece of a story she never told, a quiet declaration of her true self. A lady in a striking red gown, mid-sip of champagne, slowly lowers her glass, her eyes fixed on Anna, as if entranced. An elderly man with silver hair, standing near the piano, murmurs to his companion, his voice trembling with awe. Other servers, trays of food still in hand, pause, their gazes sparkling with admiration and surprise. Even James Carver, who orchestrated this cruel spectacle, stands stunned. The arrogant smile on his lips vanishes, replaced by confusion, as if he's witnessing the impossible. Anna notices none of these eyes. She is lost in her own world, her body swaying gently with the rhythm, her hands painting invisible masterpieces through sound. The nocturne rises and falls, a tale of resilience, of dreams deferred but never dead. As the final notes resound, they linger in the air like fragile dewdrops, then fade into absolute silence. Anna gently lowers her hands from the keys, her breath shaky, her cheeks flushed with emotion. For a moment no one moves, no one speaks, as if the entire room is held captive by the magic of her performance. Then, like a dam bursting, applause erupts, reverberating through the space. It's not the polite, perfunctory clapping of high society, but a heartfelt, fervent ovation laced with astonishment. Some wipe tears from their eyes, their gazes shimmering with emotion. Others shake their heads, unable to believe a mere waitress could create such a miraculous moment. A young woman in the corner presses a hand to her mouth, stifling her feelings. while an older gentleman whispers to his friend, "She's a genius." Anna rises from the piano bench, her legs trembling slightly, suddenly aware of what she has done. She didn't just play a piece. She told her own story, bearing her pain, her sacrifices, and her undying passion to the world. She looks out at the crowd, her eyes sweeping over unfamiliar faces, people who moments ago saw her as a jest. Now, they regard her with respect, with awe, and some with shame for underestimating her. Carver remains there, his wine glass tilted, his eyes no longer cold but tinged with rare disquiet. In that moment, Anna not only shatters class prejudices, but upends his world, a realm where money and power always reign. Listeners following this story are struck by the dramatic turn. They empathized with Anna, held their breath as she faced a harsh challenge, but no one expected a quiet waitress to transform a moment of humiliation into a resounding triumph. Anna's performance is more than music. It's a proclamation of her worth, a testament to the power of talent and resilience. It dismantles the invisible wall between her and the elite, forcing them to see her anew. But the story doesn't end here. This moment is merely the beginning of a greater journey, where Anna will confront her past, reclaim her dreams, and discover unexpected opportunities awaiting her. As the final notes of Nocturne Number 20 dissolve into the opulent air of Carver's mansion, the room still hums with the magic Anna Lynn has woven. The fervent applause slowly fades, leaving an emotional silence, as if the world holds its breath to honor the moment. Anna stands there, her cheeks flushed, her hands trembling faintly from the performance's afterglow. She didn't merely play music, she opened her heart, sharing a story of sacrifice, pain, and undying passion. The elite crowd, who minutes ago saw her as a mere amusement, now gazes at her with new eyes, respect mingled with awe. But this fateful moment doesn't just change how they see Anna. It opens a new path, where her long-dead dreams begin to revive, more radiant than ever. James Carver, the millionaire who once mocked Anna, approaches with an unfamiliar demeanor. The arrogant glint in his eyes is gone, replaced by a rare sincerity. He stands before her, his wine glass tilted, and in a rare moment, admits his mistake. His voice is low, laced with genuine regret, as if Anna's performance has awakened a humanity he long concealed. He asks to hear her true story, not as a server, but as a person with dreams and losses. In a quiet corner of the mansion, where soft crystal light spills down, Anna sits, shedding her professional veneer. She recounts her journey, from a piano-loving girl raised in the warm embrace of immigrant parents, to her dazzling days at Juilliard, and then the rainy night that stole everything. She speaks of her sister Lily, who needs costly treatments, and her frail grandmother, who gave her life to hold their family together. Anna's voice is gentle yet sharp, each word a note that touches the hearts of those listening. Other guests, accustomed to tales of wealth and power, are drawn into Anna's story. A symphony orchestra director, with kind eyes and a warm voice, steps forward and invites her to teach music to underprivileged children. He sees her talent lies not just in her hands, but in her inspiring heart. A trustee from the Manhattan Music Academy, with silver hair and refined grace, suggests Anna share her story to ignite hope in young people facing struggles. These invitations, like unexpected doors swinging open, spark a glimmer of hope Anna thought was lost. She glances at the Steinway piano, still gleaming in the corner, and for the first time in a decade, she allows herself to believe music could return to her life. 3 weeks later, Anna stands in a modest community center where peeling walls and fluorescent lights pale beside the ivory's grandeur. Before her is a group of children, their eyes sparkling with curiosity and excitement. They sit cross-legged on a rug, listening as Anna tells them about music's magic, how it can heal wounds, connect souls, and turn dark days into radiant moments. She teaches them their first melodies, her hands gliding over an upright piano, its scratched surface telling its own story. When a boy grumbles about practicing, Anna smiles, kneeling to meet his gaze, and shares her secret. Music isn't just notes, it's how you tell your own story. The children lean forward, captivated by her fingers' dance, as if witnessing a miracle. Carver, true to his word, becomes part of Anna's new journey. He not only adjusts her schedule at the Ivory to give her time for her passion, but also establishes a scholarship fund for struggling young musicians. On late afternoons, as Anna practices at the community center, she often catches her grandmother's proud gaze, still humming old tunes while cooking. Lily, now healthier, visits the classes, sitting in a chair and smiling as she listens to her sister play. These simple moments prove that music is not just Anna's passion, but the thread binding her family through years of sorrow. A year later, at the community center's annual student recital, Anna takes the stage, her heart racing with nervous joy. A new piano, a gift from Carver, stands tall under the stage lights. Her students, from shy girls to boys once bored by practice, step up one by one, playing melodies they spent months perfecting. The audience, parents, friends, and strangers, leans forward, phones raised to capture each moment, just as Anna's mother once did. On the final night, Anna sits at the piano, surrounded by her students, each holding a small instrument. Together, they perform a piece Anna composed, weaving classical strains with simple notes her students created. The music tells a story of a journey, of stumbles, rising again, and dreams finding their way home. In the audience, Anna's grandmother sits in the front row, her eyes shining with pride, her frail hands clapping softly to the rhythm. Lily, now stronger, beams brightly, recording the performance on her phone, carrying on their mother's legacy. Carver, who once saw Anna as a jest, claps quietly, his eyes reflecting deep respect. After the show, Anna's grandmother hands her an old envelope, their mother's elegant handwriting inside. Music will always lead you home. Written when Anna was a dreamy child, those words now light her path like a torch. Anna's story proves that music can transcend all barriers, that unexpected kindness can alter destinies, and that deferred dreams can return in the most beautiful ways. She didn't become the concert pianist her parents envisioned, but she found a greater purpose, inspiring the next generation, helping them discover music's joy, and showing them failure is not the end. Every note she plays, every student she teaches, is a way to honor her parents' love, transforming pain into light. Have you ever witnessed a moment where kindness or talent changed someone's life? Share your story in the comments, hit like, and subscribe to continue this emotional journey. Don't forget to share this video to spread Anna's story, a tale of hope, redemption, and the power of undying dreams.